Hello, this is Christina Morris from Soul Vibration. I'm here today to go over some yoga that you can do in a chair. You can do yoga in many places with many different things. Usually we do yoga on the floor with a mat, but today I wanted to show an option of using a chair just to do a very easy basic sequence. If you're at work or if you are not the most flexible person, then you can begin your yoga practice by starting with a chair, which makes it easier, especially for elderly people, to move, and especially when they're concerned with balance issues, or they can't bend down to the ground, or they can't get back up from the ground. So this is a nice option to help people to also have a regular yoga practice. So let's get started with our feet firmly planted on the floor. Our hips are firmly planted into the seats. Our spine is long, our chest is lifted. You can rest your hands on your thighs, or you can bring your hands to your heart center. And we can begin by just slowly getting to the moment with breath work, breath exercises, with some pranayama breathing. So you can close your eyes, and we're just going to begin by taking some slow, deep breaths at your own pace. In through the nose and out through the nose. Just becoming aware of your breath. Focusing on your inhale and your exhale. So when we're breathing, using yogic breathing, we like to activate through the core. So to do that, we're going to, on the inhale, we're going to expand the belly outward as we expand the lungs. And then on the exhale, we're going to contract the belly as we expel the air from our lungs through our nose. And doing this type of breathing is called Ujjayi breath. Which means ocean breath, and it sounds like the waves of the ocean as they crash on the shore. So to make that sound, you're going to close your mouth, and you're going to put slight tension in the back of the throat. So it's like a hissing noise in the back of the throat. The benefits of Ujjayi breath is when you're in a yoga flow, it helps you maintain a uniform practice of movement and breath, and also helps you preserve your energy and keep your focus on your flow and not on the other things that flow through our mind on a daily basis. And just a few more cycles of Ujjayi breath. Releasing the hands onto the thighs. Slowly opening up the eyes, and then inhaling the arms up. Bringing the hand palms together, and exhaling the hands before the heart. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, hand palms before the heart. Again, reach and extend, taking the right hand, grabbing the left, and gently pulling and reaching to the right. With your feet firmly planted on the floor. Changing sides, reaching up, grabbing the right wrist, reaching to the left. Coming back up to the front. Taking your fingers, interlacing your fingers, reaching the hand palms towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders down towards the ground, and lifting the chest. Nice big deep breath in. And then releasing the hands down. Pushing on the chair and then lifting, actually coming up, sliding the hips forward, pushing on the chair, lifting the chest up towards the ceiling. And then releasing the hands, reaching the hands up, and we're going to turn to our left side, reaching the hands towards the chair and the outside of our knee, putting gentle pressure on the outside of the left knee. And then reaching over to the right, same thing. Pressing gently on the outside of the knee, pressing your feet firmly into the ground. Releasing, and then walking the feet about hip width apart, and then rolling forward, running the hands down towards the ankles. Belly comes towards the tops of the legs, and we're going to fold. We're going to reach our elbows out and fold forward. Bringing the left hand to the right, and we're going to reach the right arm up. And bringing the right hand down, reaching for the left ankle and reaching the left hand up. And then bringing the left hand down towards the right ankle. We're going to press on the outsides of the legs and fold forward. And coming up, we're going to switch, cross the other arm over and reach for the opposing ankle and fold forward. Pressing the feet into the floor and pressing the heels into the floor as we gently pull on the outside of the legs. Releasing the hands, bringing the fingers onto the floor, extending through the spine. Walking the feet slightly wider than the hips. We're going to reach the arms up, pressing the heels into the floor, making the front of the body long. Pressing, pressing, pressing into the floor, activating through the hips. And then coming back up to sitting, bringing the hands back down towards the lap and just taking a few slow, deep breaths as we sit up nice and tall through the spine. Chest is lifted, shoulders are relaxed. Nice, big, deep breath. One more nice, big, deep breath. And then we're going to extend the right leg out. We're going to turn towards the left. The right leg is at the foot is at a 45-degree angle. The right leg is extended. My hips are facing forward. I'm going to reach the arms up. I'm pressing evenly through the feet. Warrior one in the chair. Now I'm going to sweep right arm back, left arm forward. Arms are parallel to the floor. Gaze is over the left arm. Warrior two in the chair. Dropping the right arm down, reaching the left arm up, extended warrior. And then flowing left arm down to the inside of the leg, bringing the elbow to the knee level, reaching right arm up. Trying to stack the shoulders on top of each other as the chest points towards the front. We're going to bring the hands down. We're going to feet pointing out. We're going to inhale the arms up, and then we're going to walk forward. So if you're not flexible through the chest, you can just lean forward on the chest, pressing the hips into the seat of the chair, grounding the feet firmly into the floor. If you can come down towards the floor, then you can walk the fingertips to the floor, lengthening through the front of the body. If you're more flexible, you can actually walk the hands forward and fold forward. And then walking the hands back if you're on the floor, coming back to help yourself up to the chair. We're going to switch and do the sequence on the other side. So you're just going to turn the body towards the right. The left foot comes out. The foot is at a 45-degree angle. The right foot is planted firmly on the floor. The leg is activated so that the knee is pushing out and you feel activation in the buttocks muscles. So we're going to reach the arms up, coming into Warrior One. Gaze is towards the right. Shoulders are relaxed, chest is lifted, nice and long. Nice long spine. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to bring right arm in front, left and back. The gaze is over the left hand. Dropping the left hand down, we're going to reach right arm up and over, coming into extended warrior. This pose allows you to open up the front of your body. Flexible spines are healthy. We all want to be flexible with spines so we can avoid having back injuries. And then coming back up into Warrior Two, we're going to drop the right arm down to the inside of the knee, so the elbows at the knee level, and we're going to reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are stacked, gaze is up towards the right hand. And then floating the right arm back down, we're going to position ourselves so that we're in a lunge. So you can curl your toes, making contact of the floor with your left foot. Right foot is forward. We're going to press into the floor, push back through the heel, and reach the arms up. And bringing the arms down, we're going to switch and do that on the other side because I forgot to do it on the other side. So again, you're going to push back through the heel. You're going to plant your left foot firmly on the floor, and you're going to reach up through the arms. You're going to feel activation coming through the muscles and the buttocks as you push the heel back. And then bringing the arms down, we're going to fold over towards the floor. If you cannot fold over this far, you can just rest your elbows on the chair. And then turning around and doing the same thing on the other side. So, if you can, you're going to reach up and fold over, bringing the hands onto the floor, pushing back through the foot. If you can't make it down to the floor, then you can push up with your hands, pushing back through the heel, pressing the right heel firmly into the floor. And then coming back around to the front, we're going to cross the right leg over the left. We're going to reach the arms up, and we're going to cross the right over the left and bring the hands together, reaching the arms towards the ceiling. If you can't make this binding because of arm or shoulder stiffness, you can just bring the hands together and reach up, or you can bring the back of the hands together and reach up. Planting the sit bones into the chair, you can try, if you want more of an extra challenge, you can bend forward, keeping the chest long. Feeling that stretch the right hip feels really good, actually. And then coming back up and releasing the bind, we're going to cross the left leg over the right. We're going to cross now the left arm over the right. Again, options are hands crossed together, or like this, or like this. If you're like this, you can reach up towards the ceiling and just make sure that your chest is lifting, the elbows are squeezing together. If you're bound, you just reach the elbows up towards the ceiling, pressing the hands together, or the backs of the hands towards each other. Making the torso long, making the chest lift, shoulders are relaxed. Pressing the sit bones into the chairs, and the right foot is firmly planted on the ground. If you want the extra challenge, you can bend forward to get that nice stretch in the hip. then coming back up into a seated position. We're going to do another hip opener. Oh, here's my cat Mookie. We have 3 cats, only 2 visited today. Alright, so you're going to take your right foot, you're going to cross it over your right thigh, and you can actually come to towards the front of your chair with the foot pressing into the leg. We're just gonna lift up through the chest, and we're gonna fold forward on the exhale, and just see how far you can go. If you can bend over more, you're welcome to try to extend the depth of your stretch. Hi, Mookie. You can even try to bring the arms towards the ground. And coming back up, we're going to switch sides. Oh, okay. Bringing the left foot on top of the thigh. We're going to press the knee away from the body. And again, we're just going to lift through the chest, and we're going to fold forward. And you are the judge of how far you can fold. If this is it, then this is good. We're really just trying to get the hips nice and open. And we don't want to overdo anything and overstretch anything, because then we have injury, and that's not the point of a yoga class. You're trying to increase flexibility to decrease injury. You can even take the stretch in stages and just see if you can start and then go deeper, and then maybe back it up if it doesn't feel good, or stay in a stretch and then try to extend further through the stretch. Making sure the front of the body is long. And then coming back up, we're going to do a short series with the standing up and using the chair back for help. Normally with chair yoga, it's more ideal to have a folding chair instead of a chair like this. We don't have any folding chairs in my house, so I'm just using what we have. The only disadvantage of this chair is the back of the chair is really high. So for me, I have to put the chair really far away from me to get the stretch that I need to get into my back. As I come forward, we're going to be doing a downward facing dog using the back of the chair. So ideally when you have a folding chair, you can get deeper and closer down, and also the folding chair has an open back, so you can actually use the open space and the seat of the chair to help you get into poses more deeply. But we have to use what we have at this time, so here we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin by doing some spinal stretching. So neutral spine, we're going to begin in neutral spine. So we're going to inhale, we're going to arch the back, lift the chest as we look forward. You're going to feel the stretch all the way down to the back of your legs. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to round the belly towards the spine and round the shoulders. Inhale, same thing. We're just going to do this sequence, this flow about 2 or 3 times. Pressing your feet into the floor, that's really important so you can activate through the hips. You want to have active legs and active hips so you don't get the same benefits of the stretch. If you're just standing here passively and not doing anything, then you're not activating all the muscles in the legs. And we can even add rolling if we want to get more movement in the hips. It's kind of up to you. Maybe you can't roll. And then rolling the other way. And then coming back to neutral spine, we're going to sink our chest towards the floor with the buttocks reaching away from the body. So try not to hang in your shoulders. Really try to squeeze the arms together as you reach forward. We want to try to create flexibility in the shoulders and also open the back and the front of the body at the same time. Now, if you're flexible through the hips and the back, you can take the left hand and you can reach down and come into a twist. If this isn't possible, there is another option you can use. A lot of us don't have yoga blocks, but you could use, for instance, a step or a block or a bucket or something at home, and you can actually put the object on the ground, so as you twist, you can actually make the twist less deep by resting on the object. So for me, this makes it a little bit for me, I'm not really getting the stretch that I need resting on this block, so I am going to reach down to my ankles. And at the same time, I'm trying to twist my chest towards the right. And another thing, make sure that your chair is stable. Don't use a rolling chair. That's not good. You could fall down. And this chair is not the most stable chair. It's wobbling as I'm holding on to it, but just so you know. And releasing back up, bringing the hand back down, coming into downward facing dog one more time. And I'm going to switch my block to the other side because I'm going to try to do the twist on the other side. So I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to bring it down to the block, and I'm going to shift over to the other side, trying to rotate my chest towards the left, where you can come all the way down to the ground and try not to knock the chair over. And then coming back up and gently walking towards the chair to come up to a standing position, reaching the arms back and down, interlacing the fingers, and then pointing the fingers away from the body, just getting a nice counter stretch to the shoulders, lifting the chest. So then my calves are on the chair. I'm activating through the toes and lifting the hips towards the ceiling, and my arms are pressing into the ground. Another option would be to take the fingers, interlace the fingers, and walk the shoulders, the elbows underneath the shoulders. If you wanted more of a challenge, you could try to lift a leg up towards the ceiling. And then rotate the other way. Sorry, lift the other leg, not rotate the other way. Lift the other leg. Bring the foot back down, releasing the hands, and then gently rolling down towards the ground. The other thing you can do with the chair or with the wall is you can take the chair, turn it backwards, hold onto the chair with your hands, in my case, because my chair is not very stable, and then prop your heels up on the chair. So it's kind of like, it's inversions. So this is our inversion for our practice. You can do the same thing by pressing this is our inversion for the practice. You can see the chair's not stable, so I'm holding on to it. A wall is probably more ideal. But having your legs up above your head is a really great way to energize the body. And if you have trouble sleeping, having your legs above your head on a wall is another great way to help you sleep. The pose is just restful for the body, and it kind of having the blood run from the feet back towards the core helps kind of refresh the body. And then I'm going to push the chair carefully away from me. I'm going to roll onto my right side, taking my time to get back up. You never want to move too quickly, especially if you have balance problems, because you could fall down, and it's just better to make slow movements and get accustomed to letting your body get adjusted to the position. And then gently helping yourself back up. I'm going to grab the chair again, and we're going to close the practice with just another breath exercise. So, finding a nice comfortable position in the chair. I wouldn't advise leaning back because you might have a tendency to slump your back into the chair. I would slightly come up to make sure the spine is long and the chest is lifted, because when you're doing breath work and you're doing breathing exercises, you want the energy to run undisturbed from the base of the spine to the top of the head. So when you're slumped down, the curvature of the spine in the lower back just slows down the energy flow and the flow of oxygen and blood towards your brain. So sitting up nice and tall, you can rest your hands on your thighs. You can rest your hands on your thighs. You can rest your hands on your thighs. Close your eyes. And just become aware of your natural breath. Maybe having a slight smile on your face. Your eyes are relaxed. Your face is relaxed. The crown of your head and your ears are relaxed. Your jaw is soft. Your eyeballs, your eyelids, and eyebrows are relaxed. Your lips are soft. Shoulders relaxed. Spine long, chest lifted. Arms relaxed, hands and fingers are resting on the thighs, on the knees. Sit bones are evenly sitting into the seat of the chair. Feeling the thighs and the buttocks touching the chair. The back of the knees in the chair. The feet in the ground. The heels in the ground. The toes in the ground. Turning your attention inward. Feeling your heartbeat. Noticing the feeling of your body or movement within the body. Accepting how you move. Accepting your boundaries. Accepting how you feel at this moment. Knowing that everything is perfectly okay, no matter what you feel. And then setting our intention for the day or the evening. I am healthy. I am grateful. I am blessed. And feeling these things in your heart and knowing that they are true and they already are. And feeling your heart smile with gladness and the gladness radiating through your entire being and radiating outward to the rest of the world. Seeing the world affected with joy, your loved ones affected with joy. Seeing people happily together outside at the beach or picnicking or going for walks. People sitting on terraces and enjoying a nice drink in the sunshine. People embracing, feeling the love between the communities for each other, and knowing that this is happening now. And seeing it in our future. Thank you for joining me for this chair yoga session. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learned that you can do yoga in a chair as well as on a mat and on the ground. Hopefully this session has left you energized and full of positivity. And I hope that you have a wonderful day or evening. And my third cat is joining us now. Hi, Missy. If you'd like to follow more lessons or live singing bowl sessions or yoga nidra sessions, you can follow me online. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Soul Vibrations, Yoga, Sup, and Wellness. Or you can follow me online at www.soulvibrations.nl.